live and alert on the north side of the dirt. This here D-Real, that cat over there is Theo B. And we here to give you a special weekend comic book review of Shadow Cabinet issues 3 and 4. Y'all say what's up when you step in the room, and y'all get in here for to get in here, because if we get started and you ain't in here, you know what? You can catch the replay. You can catch the replay. What up, Theo?
Man, we making it do what it do, big dog. We ain't here fresh off a live where we was talking about some stuff, you know. Right. I thought that was, we talked so much about race swapping. I'm like, well, if you'd have got it right the first time around, we wouldn't have to be talking about no race swap.
And you know what? I think about that sometimes too, and I say to myself, if it needs to be swapped, I mean, other than beyond nostalgic purposes, then they wasn't meant to be that original race in the first place.
Right.
If you got to swap it out under the intention of making it quote unquote better.
Yeah. And then, if like I said, I know I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm not going to do that. But I've seen some stuff. Well, I know it's a whole bunch of white ass superheroes out there and everything like that. And the white person know that too. You know damn near all them superheroes was white. Well, okay. Well, you know that ain't the truth. You just accept it. I had a supervisor one time, this no lie. And I'm going all the way back to 2008. I'm going to say 2011. Cool dude from Alabama. Cool dude, supervisor. Cool dude. But it speaks to how we accept stuff as norm, and it ain't. And I was talking to him.
You know what? I mean, cut you off, Theo. I'm gonna grab my tea. I can still hear you, but I'm going to grab my tea.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep the party rolling until you come back with the tea. So y'all, just to let y'all know. So he cool, I'm cool, we cool. We cool. I'm a little bit more. Well, I'm woke. I'm woke. Here was the thing he did not know. He had got so used. We're talking Band-Aids. 2011, 2000, no later than 2013. We're talking Band-Aids. Yes, the Band-Aids that you put when you get the little boo-boo and everything like that. He's in his 30s. He thought that there were Band-Aids for Black people. And I said to him, they are. That ain't widely available everywhere, though. When was the last time? Well, I said, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because he gave me a no, stop. No, you don't see that. No, all the Band-Aids, they either clear or they got your complexion. It's hard for me to find the normalcy. Well, Friends, the TV show Friends, they just come to think, well, no, we ain't out here. No, Black folks out here. Don't y'all keep saying, well, I got a Black friend. If you got one Black friend, where is that one at over here in the damn hero? And you might have one Black friend, but you see more than one Black person every damn day. Like that, don't stop that. Stop that. So that's my thing. It's like if it's one way, you know it is. Ain't nobody playing crazy. Ain't nobody playing crazy. I see y'all up in here and everything like that. What we got? See, we got Groovy Fee up in the building. We got the Kamoyo King, president. We got Ronnie J. What's going on?
Okay.
We got Grand Madam.
Grand Madam in here. Hey, Grand Madam.
Grand Madam, yeah.
I was just going to grab my tea. When you coming on the show, Grand Madam? We ain't gonna
like that
bug you till you tell me no or I on this day. I am a man who is used to getting what I want most of the time.
Kamoyo say he ain't seen a Black Band-Aid in reality yet.
I got some Black Band-Aids, but I get what he's saying. Even the ones that's brown is like, okay, you fail because there's so many shades of us.
Bro, they got neutral.
Well,
they got the ones with the cartoon characters on them.
Neutral closer to whose skin? Neutral closer to this than it is to this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, that ain't. I'm like, but the thing was, is he just thought. And I'm like, no, your eyes only see white, and you're used to going in and just grabbing some band-aids that look like you. You're not going in noticing that the majority, if not all the damn band-aids look like you. You just think, oh, no, I know they got some band-aids there. No, when the black child come to school with the boo-boo, they got your band-aid. What you think that was? You think mama, that's what mama chose? Like that.
Hang on a second. Hey, Black Panthro, we is just on the monologue, sir. You have not been the crux of the show yet. Glad you pulled up and put. That's why I try. And most of the time, and what I do, with the people that work for me, I tell them, okay, late ain't late until you 15 minutes late. Because I mean, in my experience, there's an explainable excuse for being 15 minutes late. 45 minutes late, your ass just late. And there ain't no reason way you can explain that. Right. So 15 minutes, that's why we try to do a little bit of this right here, for we're a real show. You know what I mean? We ain't trying to give you, serial fillers. We giving you the straight lace, no chase.
Watch this. If me and Dara were Key and Peele, we believe we would be all right with the audience still walking in. We ain't gonna get distracted because we ain't started the show yet.
And there you have it.
oh man.
Hey, Theo, Grand Madam says she'll come on. Okay, lucky you. We've got a slate open this week. The last day in February. Hey, tell us what's important about the last day in February, Grand Madam, as it relates to your profession. Don't say it on here. Save it for the show. We want to be dazzled.
That's it. How your day been going, big dog? Whoa. How was the podcast last night?
Bruh, I had so much fun because it was the gal who had made the accusations didn't show up for the podcast. So it was like, all right, well, it turned into from an interrogation to a celebration. You know what I mean? And so we all got up in there because it was myself and this studying for their master's degree in anthropology trans performer by the name of Mahogany Magnetic out of Fairbanks.
Oh, damn, that's the name? Mahogany Magnetic.
Mahogany Magnetic.
That's a sister. Got to be a sister.
That's a they.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
No, that's fine.
I mean, that's fine. That being said, when they lived in Anchorage, we was cool, very good friend, done a few shows together, done some poetry together. So, don't judge a book by its cover. What's up?
So you getting ready to tell me, so you saying you as a, because we don't like other folks over here. So you mean tell me you as a heterosexual black man, that's what you're telling me, is cool. Right, kind of like how T'Challa is cool with some folks.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just checking. Because it's been a lot of allegations and accusations and innuendos out here and everything like that there. So I'm just checking.
Talk is talking till it's substantiated. Anywho, and also,
right,
the newly elected head of the Anchorage chapter of the NAACP, Miss Cheryl Cox Williams, was also on the podcast.
Oh, you was okay. So you doing it big then, huh? You be the local style, huh?
So I guess, quote unquote, as far as people in Anchorage go, you would kind of refer to that as maybe an all-star cast, quote unquote.
No, wait. Not that my dog, not that Big Bro was a part of the All-Star cast.
Hey, and when they do the podcast, I
Right.
think they might edit it out. But I think it was Mahogany Magnetic that said it, because like when we all came into the room, it's like, ooh, because we all know each other. And they're like, oh, and so I think they said, oh, it's an all-star cast up in here. So I guess I've done enough plays here. I've done enough poetry shows here. I've done enough improv shows here. I've done enough rap shows here that people might recognize
me. You him is what you're saying. You
well,
him.
I ain't gonna say I'm him, but I'm one of him.
Okay. You one of him. Okay. Yeah, well, look, you know what? I'm gonna celebrate it for you. I wish I ain't, you know, I ain't got it like that where I'm at. So, you know, I'm glad one of us got it. I'm glad one of us. So salute to your community, knowing the contributions you made to it. That's what I can say right now. Salute to the community. Salute to the community.
Salute to the 907, baby. It's all good. Oh, Grand Madam, I ain't scared. If it whatever it bows, it bows. I do what you do, dear. Do what you do. You know what I mean? And the podcast, I will receive a link. How about that? And I will post the link. Some of y'all, if I can contact you directly, I will I'll send that link right to you directly.
That's what's up.
But if not, I can put it in my community section on my page. And if you want to check it out, you can check it out. Bam, like that. So I ain't gonna leave nobody hanging, and you ain't gonna have to go searching iHeart and Spotify and all of that. Your man's gonna take care. Y'all rock with me, so I'ma rock with y'all. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Once again, congratulations, big dog. Congratulations.
What this fool? He said that's why you on all the billboards around Anchorage. Saw it on Google Maps. You know what? Ain't no billboards in Anchorage. Anchorage ain't got no billboards. You know why? Because they get snowed on.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Or they freeze and get so brittle and fall and hit somebody.
Everybody got time for that. Nobody got time for that.
Nah, you might get like a little wooden sign like that, but then you know when somebody want to commit a hate crime, they'll put something on it. You know what I mean? You know how they do. You drive by there and see something with a mustache or see something with. I ain't even gonna go in. We here for a comic book review, right?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Here for a comic book review. So I'm gonna just cut it out right there. Shadow Cabinet, issue 3. Okay. For those of y'all that didn't follow my Shadow Cabinet reviews that have already been done, we got up to issue 2, I believe. And in issue 2, there was this professional hit guy by the name of Sanction who went to Paris Island and embarrassed the hell out of the Blood Syndicate. You talking about somebody having prep time and skills. Sanction, and I don't believe he has any kind of metahuman powers either.
Listen, my dog rolled up and just, I mean, he didn't want the smoke. He brought smoke with him. Like, that's what.
And was talking smack. You know what I mean? Why he did it, calling folks out their name and just handling them. And I'm like, this
what got me. This what got me. So I ain't necessarily knowing the Blood Syndicate like that, but they have a healthy amount of respect for me because they don't really play the radio. If I don't know nothing else about the Blood Syndicate, I know they don't play the radio. So when he came in putting hands, feet, and everything on all of them, I was like, oh my God, what's because I thought some of them, and we're gonna find out as the story goes along as we do our review that, you know, they all right. They all right. Fortunate for them, he wasn't on demon time. He was on Spectre time. He went on He wasn't on that type of time.
Yeah, because I thought like, oh, was he sent to off him, or was he sent to just take him out of the way while he go after his true target?
Well, let's go and get on. Let's go ahead and crack on over to issue 3 because we get our questions answered as the story plays out, big bro. We get our answers as the story plays out.
At the end of issue 2, in issue 3, Mr. Curtis Metcalf, aka Hardware, has been kidnapped, or should I say man-napped, by a teleporter. Okay, by the name of Transit. So there's another innovative way to use teleportation. But we find out that the architect of all of this stuff happening to Mr. Metcalf is
one. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that yet. Don't do that yet. Let's go over the first page because you finna get deep in. We got Rocket.
The first page. All right. We talking issue 3, first page?
Yeah. We got Rocket at a headquarters and it don't look good. It don't look good.
Okay. Yeah. Rocket is at Mr. Metcalf's old headquarters, and he done put self-destruct protocols in place and left her a message like, hey, girl, get up out of there. It's getting ready to blow up. You better get on up out of there.
Hey, and one of them messages where if you're receiving this message, it means something either A, I done got caught, or B, worse.
And so no.
And I just want to point out that he looked like it's bad. Like he got his image and everything, giving Rocket the message, and his image looked like he's scared as hell. Like,
yeah, he looked distressed. He does look distressed. I mean, so I'm like, dang, when did he have time to record that?
Right. But
I have a question. If Mr. Joseph Illiedge, the writer of this story, feels the need to pop by and tell us, because I did send him the invite. I tagged him on X and I tagged him on Facebook because we're friends on Facebook. We'll see. But anyhow, the conflagration conflagrates, as you can see in this picture here, but fret not, Raquel makes it up out of there.
She do. And we switch over to page 3 and we find one Curtis Metcalf tied to a chair, being talked to by this young lady that Daryl was just getting ready to tell you. Now, I ain't gonna necessarily tell you who the young lady is right now. We're not gonna do that because the story is interesting as hell. Like, I don't even want to give it away. Her backstory is interesting as hell.
First of all, I will admit, I was struggling when I saw her at the end of issue 2. I was trying to figure out, is she Latina or is she just a red bomb?
We fishing to find out.
Okay, good. Let's build the suspense some more, Theo. Anyway,
so we got the young lady.
This right here, her last name is Alva. Those of us who follow the adventures of Hardware back in the day know that his primary foe was one Edwin Alva, who appropriated his stuff and played him like a sucker and used him like a slave, and that's what made him be Hardware, aka the angry black man. So this is Angela Alva. If you remember what Edwin Alva looked like, you see Angela Alva here, and she looks nothing. I mean nothing. like she could be related
at all.
To
so
Edwin.
Let's get into her story. So Angela White starts telling the story about a brother back in the 20s. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. Back in the 20s, who was a costume vigilante, as much as costumes go back then, and he was putting hands on folks.
Yeah,
raisins,
he was.
and some other stuff. Well, this dude had a financial backer by the name of Maynard Chamberlain. Here's the thing. Maynard Chamberlain is light, bright, and damn near white, but he ain't white. He a brother. You can say he's a mulatto. You can say he was suffering from vitiligo. You can say he was like Caliban, where he was an albino. You can say whatever you want to, but he passing for white. Well, stop me when I'm wrong.
He looked, boy, he could get away with it. Move.
Look, I mean, like he got white cheekbones and everything. Like I don't see no brother in him. But anyway, that's cool. That's cool. Maynard marries him a Caucasian woman, a European woman. She ain't black. He get with him, right? And they get 2 sons. They get 2 sons.
Her name, keep in mind what her name is. Her name is Eden Alvers Chamberlain. Go ahead, Theo.
So they got 2 boys now, and they got money. Cause Maynard is smart. Maynard's smart as a whip. Like he him. And his wife, she be tucking money away in the mattress. Folks saving it for a rainy day. Well, they got 2 sons. They do. And let's see, because I'm trying to get one of the sons' name. He took his Alvin. Got 2 brothers. When do they tell their damn name? Do they not want to talk about the brother's name?
The 2 brothers?
Yeah.
Dewey and
Dewey and Arthur. Well, Dewey got mad. I'm sorry. Arthur got mad. Arthur was the young Arthur walked out. Yeah, Arthur got mad, walked out because Dewey was on that superiority tip. So Arthur got mad, but Arthur gets with him. Arthur smart too, and Arthur get with him a European woman. So daddy, who light, bright, and damn near white, but not, got a European wife, got 2 sons, Arthur and Dewey. Dewey peace out. Dewey the one that's for equality and everything like that. Dewey peace out, go to college, smart as a whip. He get him a woman that's not black. And Dewey making it do what it's doing. Dewey go become CIA agent. Like Dewey is truly a man of mystery or a man of letters to my supernatural fans and everything like that. And Dewey got a son.
Yeah.
His name is Edward. 1 year later, from his white wife, Dewey has a daughter. That's that lady gene. That's that dominant gene right there.
Imagine the chaos in the emergency room.
He know why. She don't know why.
1940s, 1930s. Oh Lord.
You know, normally it would be the wife that would know why. She would be the one that know why. But in this particular instance, can you imagine how she feeling as a white woman that's not necessarily friends with the black community? Out her womb comes a black baby. Oh, that had to be traumatic as hell.
Bruh. I'm shocked. He ain't mad, ready to put hands on her.
Oh, no, he wasn't, because he knew where he came from. That's why I find the whole damn thing so funny. He wasn't in shock. He knew this was a damn possibility. He did. He was just hoping it wasn't going to happen. Oh, no, you know who your dad is. You know who your daddy is. You know who your grandparents is.
And they did,
you know,
did the ultimate. Gave her away. Gave her away to a black woman and changed her last name to Jefferson.
Now I want to make sure I say this.
Wait, Jefferson?
He gave her away because his wife was tripping.
Well, of course.
No, you know, I want to make sure because I know sometimes the narrative can be where he didn't know. He wasn't tripping. The wife was tripping. Well, they gave her to the maid and everything like that. But she, like everybody else in that family, smart as hell. But what did she do? She get her husband.
What did she do? She used her smarts to parlay her beauty into something that got her into a whole lot of money. And she got into a great situation because she married a guy and she was just a beard wife.
I had never heard that before.
Like, entertainment moment. Ding, ding, ding. Beard wife refers to a person who marries a person of a different sexual orientation to disguise what the nature of the relationship truly is. So
I was this old. I was this old when I found out that's what a beard wife was. I was this old.
That is what. So if you a man who likes men's, but say you work at a law firm and you can't afford to lose that nice cushy job, then you marry you a woman for the cosmetic and the visual benefits. And everybody will believe, oh, that's his wife, when it's really just his cover.
You know, I think the way that I have to relate to that is if, you know, I'm successful as a black person and I marry a woman that's not black. That's all I'm saying. Well, let me rephrase that. I marry a woman that is black, so black folks don't get mad at me, but I'm actually kicking it with a female of another ethnicity. That's the only way I know how to relate to that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only way I know how to relate.
Something similar. Yeah.
It's got it, because I can't relate to it that way, but I get it though. But the fact that I was this old when I found out, I was like, damn, okay, that's what that is. Well, she gets into an accident. She got a lot of money. She gets into an accident, finds out then that the woman she thought was her mama ain't her mama, because we looking at blood transfusion. We couldn't do that. So she mad. She mad and she get on her grind. Get back, doing what she can, wanting to find out what's going on with her family, and she get her body back right. And that's when she come around, figuring out what's going on with Curtis.
Spying on people. She started spying on folks. How you sitting behind a computer and find out Curtis Metcalf is hardware? You ain't never met him ever in your life, but you know, boy, you got to have some cameras in some real secret places.
No, that ain't what it is. This is how she knew that was Curtis. And I need the writer to take this and run with it. She would know that's Curtis based on all the mannerisms, because we don't change up our mannerisms. We can change up our voice. But if you know Theo, like you say, you know Theo.
But we got to understand what Curtis goes. We know what Curtis goes through to become hardware.
I'm saying she's obsessed with Curtis. I'm saying she been jocking Curtis. Let me cook. Let me cook. It makes sense if you let me cook. Hey, that's how she knew it was him. I'm trying to answer your question. She knew it was him because she knew him.
From watching him on the camera?
Yeah, because she got the hots for him. She's attracted to him.
Okay.
That's how she knew it was him.
Okay.
And watch this. We gonna spin it forward to where because it ain't like they can't be based on how this story ends up and everything like that. We gonna spin it forward when we get with Curtis and her, we get the whole Bruce Selena thing.
Well, she felt like when she finally got to see Edwin, as we know from the climax of Hardware, get quote unquote dealt with, she slides in and now we have this moment where her and Curtis are face to face, and from observing Curtis, she's like, you want him dead, but you just like it. Egotistical, arrogant, you know. So she kind of like, she don't like him. I mean, it's weird, but it ain't, because I'm like, you ain't never met this dude in person, but yeah, you coming at him like, maybe it's like somebody you see online that you can't stand.
Or
you go the next step and find out where they at and put surveillance on them and spy on them and all of this type of shit. And then when you finally get the chance, kidnap.
well, watch this. It's not like she really knows how to. We could say she's a narcissist, right? But I don't really think she really knows how to be attracted to anybody. You know, everything she's done has been for another reason, not for love, right? So I'm gonna attribute it to her being immature and being able to show somebody that she's actually attracted to him, like we was when we was in middle school and elementary school.
So her way of showing Curtis that she liked him was the kidnapping.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Talia done did a lot of stuff to Bruce.
Well, moving right along.
I'm just,
Raquel.
like I said, we get that whole dynamic where we got the criminal or the anti-hero,
right,
in love with the hero. We can get that. And let me just say this. I don't know if this was intentional. What the writer was doing here, I don't know if this was intentional, but between Icon and Rocket, the miniseries that I need to complete, and this issue here, we know who Rocket is. Rocket's a single mother, right?
Yes.
Okay. What? And I don't know if he's retconning it or if his thing was.
It is. It's a retcon.
I'm not going to.
But it's not.
Dwell on that part of her life. Because, like I said, they didn't do that in the Icon and Rocket miniseries, and he hasn't done it here. We know it in the back of our mind, and I'm trying to figure. I would love to ask him if that's a part of her story they're trying to low-key do away with by not even acknowledging that it's out there.
Well, if you have been keeping up with like Icon and Hard, well, you said you weren't, but Icon and Hardware, Icon and Rocket, Static and Rocket. If you've been keeping up with all of them series, they are all basically kind of retelling the origin stories and not really retelling them, but rebirthing them. Does that make sense?
It does. So this version of her, does this version of her have a child?
We have not seen any children. She's apparently she still lives with her mama.
I would love to ask the writer. I would love to ask him that because I wasn't necessarily a fan of her. I understand that it's a reality. It is. But to me, it's also a trope. And I wasn't necessarily a fan of it when they wrote her as being a single Black mother initially, underage especially. So I'm curious. If that's what we're doing, I'm good with it. I'm actually good with it because I don't. Before we tell the bad side, can we get some more good stuff first? Can we get some more good stuff so folks don't see that as the norm? that's where I'm at with it. So
what the outcome of the storyline seems to be pointing to something, but I'm not gonna say what until all said and done. But we find Rocket, that very same Rocket we talking about.
I caught that.
Waking up, but where is she at? She does a little walking around, goes down a chamber, and she finds, I guess, what could be described as an integrated entity, a virtual integrated entity, known as Duo. And it is both male and female because it is the amalgamation of a couple.
Think Starhawk, Guardians of the Galaxy back in the day.
Baby generation. Exactly, Theo. Exactly what I was thinking. But among other things, they are tech support. And tech support that provides Raquel with boom, yet another cool ass costume. And everything in that facility is hers. It's keyed up, voice activated and stuff to her. Let's bear that in mind. Okay. Now, there's this moment that Angela Alva has that she thinks she's like unveiling this killer weapon, right? That turns out to be none other than a butt naked ass Edwin Alva. And I like how the artist Daryl Banks strategically puts those energy waves in the right places.
Right. Because what I did not need was another Dr. Manhattan moment. I didn't need that.
Facts.
I'm still traumatized from the last time.
But now we find out that he is quantum powered.
Y'all amped up on some Q juice.
Now, yeah. Now, now, think Blue Marvel. He's so that answers your questions about some of the things that are to follow soon. Most of all, he don't know who Angela is. But Angela shows her scientific expertise by avoiding getting her neck snapped with a personal force field.
But before we get there, y'all see those cubicles in the middle of the picture? That's where the blood syndicate is. And she used the blood syndicate to get Albert to where he is right now.
Because yes, thank you for bringing that to mind. Because the energy that, I guess you could make it like a mutant thing, the energy of everybody who was a bang baby have the potential to be siphoned off because they all have that type of energy flowing through. Okay. Back to Angela Alva and her personal force field. Buys her enough time to talk her way out of getting her neck snapped. But she's doing it, she's defiant. You know what I mean? She's like, I told you I was coming and you supposed to deal with your stupid ass problems. And, she talking to him like, I guess like brother and sister would talk to each other.
She talking to him like she an Alva.
and he let her know, I ain't just no man no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm a god. And the only way I'm going to show everybody that I'm a god is that I got to beat the daylights out of the one person who I think could even challenge me.
That would be icon.
And he goes off to do just that. Meanwhile, go ahead. What was you going to say?
I was going to let him know. We shift scenes right after that. We go over to Virgil's house and everything like that. It's a long diatribe in regards to Virgil. He knows stuff going left. He's got this insecurity. Grand Madam Tarot would love this. This is when Virgil is receiving his call to action. He didn't want to do anything because his mother got hurt doing Brainiac's invasion and everything like that. So his thing is, I would rather stay close to home if I'm going to use my superhuman abilities. His mom was like, no, the world needs you to use your superhuman abilities. And she asked him, son, what do you want? Justice, Mom. I want things to be just. She tells him, well, son, the world is burning. People are losing hope. Go shock them. That's his call to action. Kind of like Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility. His mama telling him, hey, it's okay. Go be a hero. That's Virgil's call to action. Then we shift scenes back over. Angela, and this is why I say we could play on this. Angela and Curtis having a moment, going back and forth, arguing with each other and everything like that. And Curtis lets her know. Clearly, Curtis got some prep time. So it's time, Angela. What did you do?
I got something coming. I made a plan. And you're gonna see what it is.
You gonna see what it is.
I'm an engineer. I build things. You know what I'm saying? And what he did was he made something for the worst day, when the worst day would come. And he said he made a team. Oh.
Made a team.
That's
what my brother Daryl gets us to Rocket in her brand new costume.
Boom. On her way to make an impact. And speaking of impact, Alva pulls up on Icon in outer space and starts putting hands on him. Meanwhile, while he gets hands put on him,
that's where Icon been this whole daggum time. If anybody was trying to figure out where he was the first two issues, he been up in space chilling.
Well, because of the ramifications of the Brainiac incident, and just in general, because people don't like him because they know he an alien. What can you do? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. And how many issues of Icon have we seen where Icon is musing over the fact that, damn, these people still got all this hate in their heart for people that got discolored skin. I thought they would get over it in time, but they still haven't. Even in fiction, art imitates life. But anywho, we move on down to the machinations of Dharma in the Shadow Spire, having these different possible outcomes, shall we say? And that was a lot of what she was talking about, or he was talking about Rocket to, about will you come work for us? And we find out later on the Shadow Cabinet is the Shadow Cabinet, because even if you don't choose to work for us, we gonna find a way to make you work for us, but it's for the better good. Hence, that's why they call the Shadow Cabinet. We making things happen, but you don't necessarily know we the ones that's making things happen.
Because we work behind the shadows, baby.
We
work behind the shadows.
That part right there. And the final showdown is what issue 4 is. Now, do y'all need to take a break? Go get you some ice cream or some cookies or whatever it is you eat for a snack, or we gonna press on?
Just one. What's your thoughts on issue 3, big dog?
My thoughts on issue 3 was I like the way that multiple events were handled, because there was a lot of different things going on at the same time, and that was all series long. You know, you had to keep up with what was going on with Static, and Static was like, I'm just defending the block. I ain't defending nothing else. And you know, you look at you know, Rocket, she's tripping because where's Icon? Ain't no Icon in Rocket. Without Icon, where'd he go? He just left the planet. How you just gonna leave a sister hanging? What's up with that? You know? And the whole time we got folks plotting, and we find out the folks plotting is Angela Alva, and it's all been building up, you know, to something large with the Shadow Spire and all of that, and Dharma telling her what he knows, and you know, and then it's just one big build, and I feel like the payoff, which we'll talk about shortly. But what's your thoughts?
Well, I like the story. I like the story. I like the fact that clearly he had a plan. And I really want to say, based on the way he wrote the story, he knew how many issues going in he had to tell the story. And I think that's important, to let a writer know how many issues they have to get something out. That way the story can flow. I love Angela's backstory. Like, there was so much, I don't want to say cultural relevance, but I will say that there was so much cultural relevance in Angela's backstory. I love that. I love the fact that he took, because their eyes were watching God, right? Maya Angelou, we know stuff like that. I love the fact that we took a spin on it, and instead of it being the mulatto woman, it was the mulatto male. That twist. Oh yeah, I was loving every bit of that. I was loving every bit of that. Curtis doesn't get diminished with Angela popping up. Alba gets brought back. We finally find out what was going on with Icon. Rocket gets a brand new costume. I'm loving the relationship she has with her mother. I think this is something similar to what Bloodline was going through in the Blood Hunt series. The what was it, Dracula, Blood Hunt? You had Bloodline reaching out to her mother and everything like that. So
right.
I'm loving everything that I'm getting from him. Like, he's hitting all the points with me as far as like who I am as a person, what matters to me as a person and as a comic book writer. He didn't delete the Blood Syndicate. Thank you.
Hey, that's like one of my favorites. They got some dope characters in Blood Syndicate.
Right. But his writing, though, to even get you to feel that the Blood Syndicate was in danger, like, he got me. I wish
they was getting handled. They was getting handled.
Yeah, I wish we could get more. I wish we could get more, knowing we're ending with the last issue. I would definitely love to see what he could do with these characters, whether it's we talking Icon or Rocket, or Rocket and somebody else, or whether we talking Hardware, or we talking another Blood Syndicate comic book. I would love just to get him doing something else where he is involved with these characters. But hey,
why not just, I mean, because here, I'm looking at the cover. The cover say Milestone Universe, right? We just talking, or that look cute on the cover, or do we actually for real once again have a Milestone Universe that we're gonna be venturing out into and having stuff going on with monthly titles and whatnot?
Well, remember what I asked before? So what was it? Because Milestone back in the day was independent. Milestone. You had DC, Marvel, and then here come Milestone. Well, what made Milestone?
It was independent, but
right.
It was still like a subsidiary.
Yeah. What made it so attractive that DC say, no, we got to have all this over here? It was because them stories were selling out. You had black folks that were black comic book fans, or they locking right in. No different than black folks that's black comic book fans lock in with Spawn. They lock right in. Well, what winds up happening is the black person that would normally be spending money on this character, and this is when we have to look at society and say, you're not paying folks that much, so folks get to make choices. Well, if you got the black comic book fan, well, I'm going to make a choice. Well, you know what? I'm not going to get the Batman comic book. I'm not going to get the Superman comic book. I'm going to get this over here because this is me. And folks start feeling that. The company start feeling that. Folks act like me and you crazy. No, Valiant Renegade, who we don't interact with, is literally telling you, Disney, know they lost the black male dollar. They know they lost the black male, the black father, the black son. They lost it. They're trying to get it back. Well, my mindset is, well, DC, who you think I'm going to check for, Clark or Icon? I'm going to check for Icon. Well, while Clark may remain up there, if I'm only checking for Icon, I ain't checking for Clark like that. Well, that's going to low-key bring Clark down a little bit. It might not bring him ever down to Icon level, but the thing is, I'm not checking for Clark. Well, you see that as competition for Clark. You don't want competition for Clark. Us seeing a steady Milestone Universe, oh no, because too many of us gonna leave. You don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want that. No, you need me to keep checking for Bruce. You checking for Diana. Absolute. I'm checking for Bruce. Absolute. Now, would we be checking for them if I had an absolute static? If I had an absolute Icon and Rocket? No, I'm not checking. And they know that. They know that.
Yeah, I mean, it's strange, you know, that they continue to give us spins on the same 6 or 7 characters. Is essentially what DC consists of. I mean, I get the exploration into like different branches and parallels and things like that. I mean, that comes naturally. I'm gonna play with a character like that. But if I got 67 characters, why do I always put all the shine on 7? Because I want those 7 characters to be household names. I want those 7 characters to be A-list. So I'm constantly throwing them in your face across all types of media.
Here we go. To your point, because you talked about this so much in regards how they focus on who they want to focus on and they develop those characters. And you can see it. You know how I tell people, if you want to know what's going on with these characters, you got to touch them all. You got to touch them across all forms of medium, or you not going to know. You going to think you know, but you're not going to know. They getting ready to drop this Spider-Man video game for the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4. Miles Morales. Gamerverse just let it be known. They just put up Miles Morales action figures pre-order. One Spider-Man, Gamerverse. A whole wave dropped on Friday. A whole wave. One of those action figures is Miles Morales with the Puerto Rican flag, where he actually wore that as a costume. They gonna make sure because ain't this we just got a Spider-Man Maximum figure, right? $50. Well, here come Hasbro again. Forget what folks been asking for. Hasbro finna come out and drop a whole Spider-Man influenced wave. Well, they gonna put them characters out there. They gonna put the stank on the characters that they want. Could they have done that with a Black Panther wave? Could they have done that with a Luke Cage wave? Could they have? It's February. Could they have not came out with a wave where you got a brand new Misty Knight action figure and you make action figures for some other Black characters out there that either A, you ain't did in a while or you never done, month of February. And kept.
That being said, I would love a Misty Knight action figure. You ready to press on, sir?
Press on. Press on.
Like a Lee Nail.
Issue 4.
Issue 4. That's what we talking about right there.
Issue 4.
I wish I would have got a graphic for it, but you do know this is not the first time we've had a Shadow Cabinet comic book by Milestone.
Yes.
Okay. And it very much in the same exact way showcased all of Milestone's characters thusly. That's for the benefit of people who didn't rock with Milestone, which in the Rock With Me Nation is probably no one. But but when we listen, go ahead.
Todd, Mr. McFarlane, Big Todd, appreciate you good looking on the icon action figure. You gonna get us a rocket and hardware.
And I need at least one character from the Blood Syndicate. I don't care if it's Tech 9. I don't care if it's Wise Son. You got to give us at least one.
Now, if you going to do Blood Syndicate.
But knowing him, it'd probably be Brick House.
That could be a nice builder figure, but you definitely need to give us Wise Son and or Tech 9. Like that.
I'd be happy. I wouldn't be mad at you. And since I like winged characters, Iron Butterfly would be nice too.
Put some articulation on the
wings. And make it shiny, reflective, metallic, reflective. So it looked just like Silver Surfer shine.
Articulate the wings, Big Todd. Stop doing that. I would have got that Aldous Hodge Hawkman action figure if the wings would have been articulated. Stop.
He's got a couple different ways he makes wings, but yeah, I totally. Hey, at least it wasn't like that man bat.
No, well,
Man bat his wing didn't even come out. I'm like, what in the hell? Who wants a man bat with wings that don't spread out?
we ain't doing that. We ain't doing
That
that.
was a fail. That was a fail. That was an F. That was an F. That was an F plus. But here we are at
Issue
the top.
4.
Yeah. What are we seeing here?
Man, I'm looking at an Alva Buster. I'm looking at an Alva Buster.
You know, that's what I was gonna say. I was actually gonna say that. But it's called Hardware Omega. And yeah, it looked like that. It resembles that because that's what it is. It is basically an Alva Buster. And he want Alva to know when it pull up, that's who it is. So you can see the red for the mask, and he know what's going on.
He know.
But other things are going on well, they were going on in outer space, but it came down to Earth. Now, did he, of all the places he could have landed on Earth, he chose to land in Dakota? One could argue because Dakota is the Midwest, and that would be the center of the country. Okay, but that seemed like that was pretty precise for somebody who's in the middle of a fight.
Well, his thing is that he wanted to put down all the superpower folks, and if I'm not mistaken, it's a whole bunch of superpower folks in Dakota. So, and I don't think he knows
starting with them.
Huh?
I guess he's starting with them.
Yeah, and I don't think he knows that his sister.
They got the same blood. Got the same blood.
I don't think he know. Literally, I don't think he know that she caught the blood syndicate. I don't think he knows. So he down there thinking he getting ready to take out the blood syndicate. They're not there yet.
That part. Now, to his credit, I can't put hands on him. But he quantum power. He got that, just like Theo said about last issue. He got that Q juice all up in him, and as we know, that is a nigh inexhaustible energy source, even in this universe.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes.
How do you feel about this? Next page over. The very first picture.
That page over. Hang on a second. Let me make sure I caught that one, because all screenshots I have not screenshotted. Across from
that. Oh, that's what we're doing now? Because I ain't never got no comic book.
That one right
title on it before.
That one right there. That the one you talking about?
Let me. Yeah, that one right there. That one. No, not that one.
You said
the
before.
The next one.
Oh.
Yeah, you see that? Y'all like that logo?
That's their logo.
But it used to be the other way around though. Icon and Rocket. It's Rocket and Icon now. Hey, you don't see Icon expression in the background? Like, oh, that's what it's called now.
Oh, okay, and she powered up because she getting ready to do some things.
Hey, if that ain't the writer and the artist being on the same page, I don't know what is. Because he looking like, whoa, I'm sorry. So it's not Icon and Rocket. Okay, all right then. So you running stuff now. Okay.
But long story short, everybody getting handled. She just got blew out of the way with ease. And Icon came through the blow through and gave Alva one to his jaw, and his jaw stayed crooked that way for a second.
You know what? I want to give her props because I've never necessarily understood Rocket's abilities. She low-key OP because Q did hit her. I'm gonna say Alva did hit her. And I'm not trying to be funny. you know, I'm gonna remember this story. So if the quantum power dude hit her and she came back for some more, all right.
Well, her tech, as we well know, she got some inertia control and manipulation and a little energy dispersal and absorption. And I mean, yeah, she is kind of when you think about it.
I just want us to remember that going forward. Like, don't write her like she not her. She her. She
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, but
She
we
her.
got to write her. We got to write. That's why I didn't like how they wrote her in Young Justice, like a sidekick.
Right. Now we get the next page over. We get, well, y'all know who we got. Well, no, y'all don't. We got Dharma. Dharma sitting in his what looked to be his easy chair, chilling
in the Shadow Spire. I like
in
that.
the Shadow Spire as he observes everything that's going on around him. It ain't like he didn't know it was going to happen. It ain't like he did not know. No, he knew all of this was going to play out to a degree, one way or the other. And he got some stuff in play. He got some stuff in play. He got some stuff in play.
More than a little bit.
More than a little bit.
Remember, he got a lot of bit in play.
What Daryl said, you work. You might be working for the Shadow Cabinet and not even know you're working for the Shadow Cabinet. That's how they get down. Well,
now, this is my favorite part of the whole comic book. This is my favorite part right here. What's going on? Alva's giving them hell, but out of nowhere. Look at that look on his face. Look at that look on Alva's face right there. That hurts. That look like it hurts. And not only does it send him flying, he jump up like, who dares? And this, Mr. Illiedge, I got to give it to you. This is the best written stuff in this whole book. Dakota is my home, freak show. You threaten the people here, my friends, you better know who you messing with. And on the next page, he said the name is Static, and I will put a shot to your system. How many people looking at that, you didn't think of that cartoon right away?
You know what I'm going to say is this. First of all, he's not on the trash can lid. That's the evolution of his power set.
Okay.
He ain't on no track. So I'm telling us as readers, understand, because where did we first meet Virgil? Some of us met Virgil in the comic books first. Some of us met Virgil in the cartoon. Well, I'm asking us as readers to acknowledge the stank that the writer, and I mean stank in a good way, putting some funk, respect on Virgil's name. Just like we've seen other characters' abilities mature, because Black Lightning didn't come in flying. Virgil is now levitating in another mindset, flying without needing to have a solid object under him. That's power growth.
Not only is it that, he seemed to be the only one that's laying something on Alva that he really feeling. and makes note of Rocket's new costume.
Absolutely. And he can take out, it looks like he can take what Alva is dishing out with no problem.
Yeah.
With no problem. And then we switch over to the next page.
Yeah, before we even find out if he can or we can't, my people step on the scene. That's the Blood Syndicate. Okay, and you can see them, carrying some of them in the back there. Masquerade is carrying Boogeyman, so they just came from licking their wounds. You know what I mean? But they like, okay, we ain't scared though.
Now, the reason why I asked that they spin Angela and Curtis's story forward is because how did they get loose? And I believe it's easy to tell the story that they got loose based on Angela realizing Alva was out of control.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah.
So absolutely. That would mean, because we're going to find out something else at the end of this story, which, just gives me another reason to say, hey, go ahead and spin it forward. It makes sense. But we're gonna stay right here, present day time. The Blood Syndicate they pulled up and they want all the smoke.
Yeah, because Tech 9 hit him in the back. We ain't talking about fighting honorably. We talking about fighting to win. and they are a gang. And please understand, when you're in a gang, you fight different.
Now watch this. Watch this. Go over to the next page, if you will.
Right there.
Well, right there. And this is why I say spin it forward. We got transit on the roof. I returned the trash to its point of origin. Good. Come back home, transit. That's transit talking to Angela. As in transit is the reason, i.e. Angela,
well,
that the Blood Syndicate is there.
Let me solve the mystery for you. If you harken back to the previous page, look in the background when you see the Blood Syndicate emerging. What are they emerging from? Not sure? Look on this page. What is transit going back into? Yeah, absolutely, Angela. 100% Angela.
Right. So, and like I said, we'll find out, and I'm gonna draw reference back to this moment. But yeah, transit pieces out, Alba getting hands put on it by the entirety of the Blood Syndicate.
That static hitting him, by the way, right there in the bottom. That static putting that shot on him like that.
Right.
And Icon comes in for the finish, or what he think gonna be the finish, and Alva give him some quantum to the face, and clearly that is enough to make him lay down.
Go to sleep.
And this clown rips Icon's cape off of him, and he wearing it like a sash or a toga or something, like I'm the new god of Dakota or something.
But you see my dog pull up though? My dog pull up cracking his knuckles. I like that right there. Why son pull up like I want the smoke?
and he got his little goggles or his little shades down by his nose. Like I want you to see my eyeballs before I put these hands on you. And so him, Iron Butterfly and Anansi are on the scene now, sent by Dharma.
Now let's think about this. Remember what I said about Rocket? Okay, I make sure when y'all use her later on, I'm talking to writers, y'all use her later on, I'm going to be drawing reference on this comic book. If y'all use Wise Son later on, I just need us to understand somebody that's powered by quantum physics, quantum energy. That person just punched Wise Son and broke his wrist. Like, I don't want don't disrespect my dog. Do not. No. I know how powerful Albert is at this particular point in time, and he just punched Wise Son dead in the chest and broke his stuff. This the same dude that he been laying hands on Icon.
Nah, well, if you harken back again to the days of Milestone, Icon and Wise Son have fought.
I didn't read that issue.
But the outcome was undecided.
You see, I need them to keep that same energy. I need them to keep that same energy.
So I guess Wise Son is more the undercover powerhouse.
Yeah, because he ain't drawing like no big dude. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that, by the way.
Yeah. And in that same attack where he breaks his hand on Wise Son, Nasi is putting that energy upside his head, and he's feeling it. That's what I'm saying. They making him feel it. He ain't just like, ha ha. He ain't shrugging nothing off. He ain't shrugging none of it off.
Nothing. And then Wise Son then cut the dude's arm off with his own hand. Like my dog got Wise Son by the throat. My dog said, "Baby, you don't touch me like that, bro. You don't know me like that, cuz. You don't ever put your hands on me, bro."
Bruh. Now, and it's about the point Rocket decides she won't kick in and start trying to, take that I'm the hero stance. But, she's getting her tech support too. Kind of a la Friday, but he got an actual sister calling shots for her. Now, after all said and done, she was about to sacrifice herself to make all of this happen. But then we enter the Blood Syndicate member, known as Flashback. And those
Yeah.
of us that didn't read Blood Syndicate and don't know who Flashback is a chica that can do exactly what her name implies. Flashback, I think it's 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds in time. You could do a whole lot of stuff in 3 to 5 seconds.
You can. I don't want us to overlook the tech savvy young lady by the name of Tiffany.
Right,
That's
right.
where Curtis sent his package to. And Tiffany making it do what it do.
No, we ain't taking away from her. But we want to focus on Flashback right now, helping Raquel.
Oh, yeah. And Raquel is making it do what it's doing. She putting hands. She putting
and
hands.
Not to mention nanites.
All that. She doing the most in a good way in regards to Alpha. She is. And she ain't by herself.
Now when she done debilitated him, here come the Alva Buster.
The Alva Buster. That's what we call it.
Along with Static. Because if you look at that right there in the back, Static is he got his little thing on Raquel. So he hitching a ride to make sure that when Alva go boom, Raquel don't be there with him.
And we got my boy Icon along for the ride. Everybody participating in this ride. We got Rocket, we got Static, we got Icon, we got hardware to get Alva off the planet.
And they end up doing that.
They do. Blow a hole. The Alva Buster blows a hole in Alva's chest. Then give him a double curve stomp, a simultaneous curve stomp.
Come down upside his head for no good reason. Well, not for no good reason, but yeah, he gets dealt with harshly, most harshly. And he wants to kill him. He's always wanted to kill him. Always wanted to kill him.
When that song, when the Tyrese is saying always. Yeah, always wanted to put always.
Well, I was thinking more about hearing something you can't understand. I walk into kill a man. That's more where I was with it.
I ain't mad at that. That sounds better, by the way. That sounds better. But yeah.
But Raquel, that's what I call Rocket because that's her name. Manages to talk him down.
Yep.
Don't kill nobody, Curtis. Don't kill you. You already getting ready to go on trial as it is now for some stuff you didn't do. Don't add on some stuff that you did.
Now, here's why I'm gonna spin it back. Here's why I'm asking for the story for Curtis and Angela to be spent forward. This is the Alva Buster, but it's being ran by remote control. Curtis isn't in it.
No, he's not.
Curtis is not in it. He was powering it remotely. So you're thinking about him and Angela. They could have threw hands. They could have fought. But no, she let the Blood Syndicate go because her brother. So she ain't that bad of a person. She let the Blood Syndicate go so they could defeat her brother. She let Curtis go, knowing that Curtis wants to delete her brother.
Or she
for whatever reason.
She did, yeah. Because because to me, just from what I've seen of Angela, she's vile through and through. And if Angela is doing anything to benefit the Blood Syndicate, if Angela is doing anything to benefit Curtis Metcalf or anybody outside of the system for that matter, it's gonna be for her benefit. Trust and believe.
Here's the reason. Here's the reason why I would like it spent forward. And this is just me. No differently than on Supergirl, we wanted to play Footloose and Fancy Free, so we felt like we want to give folks the female version of Lex Luthor. No, there's Lex Luthor. Okay, well, we know who Alva is. Now, this is just my opinion, I'm loving the backstory that we got in regards to Angela. But let's not make Angela the female version of Alva. Like let's we don't need that. You got Alva. That's enough. That's enough. make his sister into. Why does she have the wanting power, wanting money? But she don't have to be doing it for the same motivation, nor does she have to take the same direction, nor go down the same character arc to being a villain. Tony Stark is a narcissist too. So that's just my take on it. I like for characters to be different and I'm not too particular about getting a different version of the same character, if that makes sense.
I don't see her turning out to be an Alva clone as far as designs and motivations and that sort of thing. But I do want to see more of her. I do want to see what she's capable of, because she makes for some good writing. Just
she do.
Period, point blank. But sort of towards the closing of the story, we see some questions being answered and new ones being presented. As always, Dharma and the Shadow Cabinet are monitoring situations, possible outcomes, so on and so forth. And that's basically what Dharma's saying. Well, you're going to be part of the Shadow Cabinet if I need you to, whether I tell you or I manipulate you into doing it. For good or bad, that's how the Shadow Cabinet gets down. Now, as far as Angela, I feel like this next picture should explain it all. Okay. One of her texts hands her a name on a piece of paper. And we see what she's asking to have done.
Yeah.
So
as if we ain't learning from other folks' mistakes. But anyway.
But ain't that how we got back to? Didn't they all have to deal with Brainiac? Now you get ready to make a burn.
That's why I said. That's why, because that was in the Icon versus Hardware miniseries Worlds Collide. Vandal Savage was over there. Brainiac was, a whole donkey and everything like that. So,
that's not the move. I don't think that's
So it's like, I got some great stuff here. Like I said, it's my opinion. I could be wrong. I got some great stuff here with what he got going on and everything like that. She's being smart, a woman and everything like that. She should be able to say, okay, I didn't learn from the error of my ways. You could be mad at Curtis, want him to go to trial. Maybe we can write it where she had him not evade trial and everything like that. Great setup, by the way, to have Icon come in and be his attorney. Well, who's paying his legal expenses? You can have it. Like I said, I've seen it where you got Talia and Selena. And we know how Talia is, who she is even to this day. Ain't you doing the comic book review where she putting hands on the Black Canary?
Nah, that's Lady Sheep.
Lady Sheep, okay, my bad. But Talia is her. Bruce. Okay, well, I like to see it. They can get together and break up because she don't know how to stop being a villain. We got that with Peter and the Black Cat, right?
Ain't she running around with Kang right now?
See what I'm saying? I don't know if he picking up what I was putting down. I just threw it out there. You don't like it? That's okay.
But and into other developing storylines, we got Tech 9 down on the bottom page, and he's dealing with a being named Kwai, who I believe we have seen in Milestone Histronics before, and she's telling him, I got to teach y'all how to fight the Demon Fox so that you'll be able to withstand her. Wow. Okay. And then last but not least, we see a very encouraging image at the end of this, which, kind of gives me hope for the future.
Right.
You got your man Static and your girl Rocket. Is this the new team up? If so, more power to it because they powerful as hell together.
Well, watch this. And that's why I say I get it. I understand it. Well, okay. Am I checking for the Titans or am I checking for the Blood Syndicate? You got monthly title going out. Money don't grow on trees like that. Am I checking for the Titans, i.e. Cyborg, if we got the Blood Syndicate coming out monthly? Or am I checking for the Titans? I'm probably checking for the Blood Syndicate. Thus, I'm reducing revenue to the Titans. Low key, watch this. Watch this. If I got 3 Green Lantern titles, Tales of the Green Lantern Corps, Green Lantern John Stewart, and Green Lantern with just Hal Jordan, right? Well, I know for a fact, I know which comic book out them 3 is the priority.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, you gonna split your fan base in half. I'm either checking for the Green Lantern Corps, which I probably am because I can get all the Green Lanterns over there, or I'm gonna check for Hal. I'm not doing that. Well, you know that. So how do you get me to buy a Green Lantern Corps comic book? John can't have his own monthly title. You see what I'm saying? John can't have his own monthly title because if you got to make a decision between reading John or reading the Green Lantern Corps and you checking like I'm checking, you checking for John. And they know you checking for John. That's too much competition.
But also too, some things that should not be lost on this comic book for Joseph Illiedge and Daryl Banks, the writer and the artist. First of all, amazing art, amazing story, very well done, gentlemen. It was for me, it was a walk down memory lane. I felt like I was back in 1994, just being proud. You know what I mean? That it was some brothers out, Dennis Cowan, and I don't want to go too far. I want to also mention Dwayne McDuffie, who, y'all standing on the shoulders of a giant, literally, with this entire universe he created, not to mention his contributions to countless animated shows from the early 2000s that I know we all watch, Static Shock being one of them. But also the art of MD Bright, aka Doc Bright, aka Mark Bright. Power Man and Iron Fist. If you read Power Man and Iron Fist, you done seen Mark D. Bright. If you was collecting, the early Icon back in the day, you seen Mark Bright's art. Mark Bright did a Falcon limited series back in the 80s. Mark Bright been around for a minute. So, he's no longer with us. Rest in power, him and Dwayne McDuffie. I appreciate all of this right here happening. You know what I mean? Because we could be in a situation where we ain't getting nothing. Right. At least we got some brothers coming together who feel the way we feel and say, we want to see them stories. We want to see them characters. And we know people want to see them stories and see them characters too. What I really want to see is like what you said. Y'all got a whole plethora of stuff sitting here action figure wise. What's up?
Well, I'm going to tell you, first of all, I love a well put together story. And this story from beginning to end was very well put together. Like I said, the pacing was consistent for me, which means the writer knew exactly what the writer was working with, and they crossed every T, dotted every I. What I'm going to do is, and it's just perfect synergy, having the Shadow Cabinet comic book, having collected Rocket and Icon and Rockets. I'm already saying Rocket and Icon. Todd McFarlane blessing us with an Icon action figure this year. And we've talked about imagery, representation, love, loyalty. Well, I still, even though Green Lantern War Journal is no longer an ongoing issue, right? I still have it up there. What I'm going to do is this. Black Lightning should be here this Friday. So I'm going to keep my Black Lightning series up there. I know it's a limited series. I'm going to put my Black Lightning action figure up there with it. In regards to Shadow Cabinet, when Icon gets here, I'm going to keep it up there, pay homage to it the entire year. We're going to have the Icon action figure in front of it. Collecting Justice League Unlimited. But we got Mr. Terrific coming too. So Mr. Terrific will sit right there. Now, mind you, how many DC series is that?
4.
CB, money don't grow on trees, my guy.
Hey, I'm done talking. You know what I'm saying? I can show you better than I can tell you. Y'all keep on doing what you're doing. You know, y'all have fun with it though. You know what I mean?
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, Darren. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What we say, that's 4. So it ain't but 9 slots left. Now, Brian run is in one of them slots. Brian hold it down 2 slots, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Brian got 2 slots.
Brian got 2 slots. So that's 6. Okay. Well, T'Challa got a cut. Well, watch this. Mario got one of them slots. Mario got Mr. Ayodele got one of them slots, and he ain't got no count. So you see where I'm at? Okay, all right. It's on y'all.
Yeah. Hey, I told you about the footprint. I've been told you about the footprint, bro. I used to have like 8, 9 Marvel titles I collected.
Listen, you dialing back my Marvel representation. You doing it because I got a Roro, Blade. Well, damn, I got a Roro. Yeah, because I'm not. Well, Sam is up there, but Sam is an Avenger too, right? Right. Okay, well, there you go then.
3. They down to 3 with me.
Yeah.
Keep on, you know what I'm saying? You give me a good reason to get rid of them, then I can get rid of them too and won't lose no sleep. You know what I mean? That's more stuff I can venture in on the independent tip. You know what I mean? So it ain't no big deal. But I ain't gonna turn this into that type of discussion. We gonna stay focused on the shadow.
You know what? I'm liking the fact that I'm gonna be able to put an icon action figure in front of my shadow cabinet. Cause when did this series how long has Miles? I was in Okinawa, Japan when Milestone came out, so we easily just went back to 91.
No, when I said 94, I was talking about a particular thing.
No, I'm right there, which I'm saying like they've been around for a minute, and ain't this our first icon action figure?
Yes, our first icon action figure.
Oh yeah, we want Rocket too.
Yeah. I'm sure my custom is tired of sitting up there representing. You know what I'm saying?
I know icon. I'm gonna say I know Static crossed over and everything like that. You had him on Saturday morning. I get that. Okay, all right, cool. We Todd, stop playing. We should be getting Raquel soon.
We got 2 figures from the Milestone universe. We need a little more than that.
I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
That part.
And you need to send my brother Daryl a check. you need to cut Daryl a check. No, Dad, you need to cut him a check. You need to cut him a check because he the one over here been promoting your stuff for damn near 2-3 years now, and he finally got us to catch on. You need to cut Daryl a check.
Look here. He got to understand how I operate. I'm like the shadow cabinet. I can ask it. If you don't want to do it, I'll find a way to maneuver myself into position.
Go cut my brother check. But no, man, I liked it, man. Overall, the series, I would love to tell you I had a problem with the series. I would be lying.
Nah, you know what? You know the only problem I had with it.
What was that?
It was 4 issues. We ain't getting enough of it. That part right there. We ain't getting enough of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you made it a 4-issue series. You could have did a whole Shadow Cabinet series, and I'd have been there every month.
Well, so wait. So, and see, that's what I said. Don't nobody want to do that. So if you give me a Shadow Cabinet comic book, well, you know I'm gonna buy that. If you give me a Blood Syndicate comic book, that's 2. You know I'm gonna do that.
That one.
So you finna give me a Rocket and because I don't know how you finna do that unless because I would put together another superhero team. That's what I'm like, oh y'all, you putting together another squad? because I would buy that one too. And then you were still, well, because I don't even, can we put icon? I'm gonna say, can at this point in time, this story, can we look at going forward? Is Rocket a solo character, or is she still Rocket? Or is she still Icon's partner?
I don't know.
Based on how she's written here, going forward,
they seem like they want her to be a solo character, and I think there's enough mileage on her previous stories and a lot of the stuff she's been featured in that you could get something out of Raquel in a solo story, but I wouldn't be mad if they just did a regular Rocket and Icon, or if you started calling it Rocket and Icon, I wouldn't. That would be cool too.
I think and I might be just small-minded. I'm thinking, okay, you either give us a Rocket and Static comic book, kind of what you hinted at the end of this, or you make Static and Rocket part of a bigger team. And the only reason why I'm saying it is because it's what's outside of her. If we get a series right now, you got to create characters around her, that's going to fit in, because it can't just be her. And I don't know if we've done enough with her character development wise to where that surrounding element is there, because it's easy with Icon, because Icon got her, and then he got those Amazons over there, and then he got Dakota, and then he got. I would look at starting her off either with a team comic book or the Rocket and Static comic book. I would do that. That way you build up her own personal story, and then hand her off to her own solo title.
Static, and that's it. Well, Gray said he thinks Rocket could be a solo character, but he wants to see the Rocket and Static team up. To me, Static has always been Milestone's equivalent of Spider-Man, and we could do a team up with him. A team up's work. Team up worked with Captain America for years, and it also let us see the growth of Sam Wilson to the point where it's like, okay, he can be a solo character now. So yeah, maybe a Rocket and Static series could give her the strength she need to be propelled to her own monthly.
Yeah, because to me, if you put her in a team comic book, then you're then looking at other characters being developed. Whereas you could write her and Static together, have her, and you don't have to put them in a relationship. They can be platonic friends, but you can have it where she develops a relationship with Static's sister. You can have it where her mother and Virgil's mother become besties. You feel what I'm saying? And then that allows her mother to be part of Virgil's universe. Thus, we know who her mother is and everything. You get to see her interact with other characters outside of the superhero community or costume, capes, or whatever, in regards to Virgil's sister. So it's just a lot of things. And then we not gonna act like that. It could be a comic book, both their names on it, and the spotlight could totally be on her, where Virgil shows up little to none in those specific issues. So I would look at it that way, just to develop her community per se. And then, like I said, because then when you hand her off to a writer, she's got quite a few supporting characters in there that are well established, that the writer has a good feel for. And now we can go along with, sustaining the synergy that we got right here. But this is good synergy. This is great synergy for Raquel. I loved it. I ain't got
to, and with that, family, I think we done just about, did anybody in the comments, in the chat? I know, folks was making comments. How did y'all feel, about what you got overall, did you have questions? Was there some stuff you didn't understand? Before we roll out here, we can have us like a little quick Q&A if y'all want to do that. If you don't, let brother know that too.
Yes, let us know. Gray said long term.
Not long term.
I don't know how this will affect the Rock With Me Nation going forward, but videos I release going forward, lives that I be doing, will be members only.
Yikes. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Wow.
I'm just saying, like, I'm used to a vibe when we got a vibe, and some folks like to just keep stuff going. And I ain't ever been the same age the day that I was the day after. No, I keep getting older, as in I keep moving forward. So cause some folks don't know how to do that. We members only. Subscribe to the channel.
That too. Y'all can look forward to the further adventures of Theo B on I Ain't Saying, I'm Just Saying on his page of that name. And you can get news and stuff you can use, as well as reviews and them other tools and fuse. See, can you tell I'm a disc jockey? Anyway, I will be giving y'all some comic book reviews in the days to come, as well as continuing, as well as not continuing, but rounding out the 28-day Black Action Figure Challenge. I got a few things in store for that. I'm gonna double up a couple days because I want to put quite a few things in there, and it'll be memorable.
And just to let y'all know, we ain't stopping at 28.
Don't have to. I might have to stop if 28 black figures was all I had. Put it like this: I can take you into the summer. So how about that?
Y'all like that? Y'all doing it like that? We doing it like that. And it ain't just us. It ain't just us. It's about all of us. So this is all of us participating. It ain't just me and Daryl. And I don't want folks thinking that. It ain't just, no, we want to see what everybody got. We want folks to know we out here in these streets too.
Yeah, like if you ever been on social media and somebody put up a post and say, real quick, give me a selfie, and everybody just start bam, 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 throwing selfies of themselves in there. It's that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? 28-day action figure challenge. Show me your action figure.
Go for it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired of seeing all them other characters. Because they act like we ain't got no action figure. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
We got a pregunta over here with regard to Shadow Cabinet. Which books need to be ongoing? Well, part of the conversation, Kamoyo, it sounds like at least 3 of us want a Rocket and Static book. We definitely want to see a Blood Syndicate book. I seen enough of superheroes in prison with Daredevil. We don't need to throw Hardware in prison. Let's have Hardware get back out there and do what Hardware does best. And of course, we need to see Icon. And I would love for the Shadow Cabinet to be kind of an annual thing. You know what I mean? And, you remember how back in the day, Marvel would have an ongoing storyline, and then that storyline would be concluded in the annual. So you got that same storyline, but you just got twice as much story.
You know what? It's crazy you said that, because it's a testament to the current mindset of comic book companies and what writers are going through. I saw a video today where somebody was talking about how stories used to be written, which is what you and I have come accustomed, where it's 12 issues and you got smaller story arcs within that 12 issue run under a bigger story arc. Well, that was then. They do stuff now where we can we got to get the trade paperback. We got to get the trade paperback. We got to get the trade paperback. Well, I would ask this question. What's the likelihood of somebody buying the trade paperback if they didn't buy them damn comics?
If they didn't?
If I don't buy the comics because the stories suck, what make you think I'm going to buy the trade paperback?
You talking about something that got sucky ass stories? Well, yeah, I'm not going to buy a sucky ass story anyway.
Right. So
but the benefit, less space. A trade paperback takes up less space than 4 comic books or 6 comic books. That's the only reason, or the desire to not want to keep pulling your comic in and out of that bag and that board.
No. When I say that, I'm not saying buying a trade paperback vice buying comic books. That's not my point. My point is, instead of the comic book company trying to focus on stories that fit neatly and nicely into a trade paperback, focus on the story. Because if you get the story right, folks gonna buy the trade paperback for the same reason he said. It's easier than dealing with 5 comic books. You give me a trade paperback, yeah, I bought the single issues for Darkest Night or Blackest Night. I would buy the trade paperback or the omnibus for it. But you got quality stories taking place not over a 12-issue time frame. Some of those story arcs getting wrapped up right there in those comics. That's my point. Stop focusing on trying to fit stuff into a 4-issue, 5-issue story. Tell the damn story. We gonna buy the trade paperback.
Well, back in the day, we used to have 2-issue and 3-issue story resolutions. So I don't see that as being terribly different. It's just the amount has changed. Same principle, though.
If I'm telling, yeah, like if I'm telling the 12, and if I got those mini story arcs, right? Well, if I end this story arc right here in this one trade paperback, right? But it's a bigger story arc. Well, you gonna buy the second trade paperback. You gonna buy it. One, you continue in the story. You get many stories, and then you're gonna want to get to the ending big story. Well, even in the first trade paperback, you still got many stories that have a resolution to them. It's up to the reader's discretion whether or not they give a damn about the overall story arc. To your point, what they used to do with the annuals. It used to be many story arcs under a big umbrella, and we're gonna wrap up that big one at the 12th issue or the 13th issue. Because that would be the end.
Right. But many of us, well, you and I anyway, have been alive and reading comic books long enough to know the storytelling mechanics have changed many times over the years, and they will probably continue to morph and change to whatever the industry standard of the day is.
Can I be petty for a little bit? Can I be petty for a little bit?
No, well, I ain't never stopped you.
They gonna put NYX in 2 trade paperbacks.
Hey, what you say? If I wasn't buying the comic book because it was trash, what make you think I'm gonna buy the trade paperback?
They gonna put X-Force and X-Factor in the trade paperback.
It'll save some paper anyway.
Woo! Oh, Lord have mercy. But yeah, what you got going on? When you said you got comic book reviews, once again, we're gonna be looking for that link from the podcast.
I got y'all because I want y'all to hear it. I was beautiful.
I can't wait.
I ain't gonna be arrogant. I'm gonna say I conducted y'all will be proud of me. But like that, y'all will be proud of me. I did the damn thing, and it was respectable.
Well, I don't think we expect anything less from a representative of the Rock With Me Nation.
Salute, damn it, salute. But look here, man. Thank y'all, Rock With Me Nation. Speaking of y'all, thank y'all for coming out tonight and rocking with me and Theo and sharing our joy and happiness and thoughts about Shadow Cabinet issues 3 and 4. We're going to be doing this. Hang on. Somebody's saying things. Don't condense the story for brevity.
I like that.
Okay.
Threw that big word out there in.
All right. A big word that means shortness. Anyways,
Yeah.
we gonna get on up out of here because we got things to do, and we know y'all do too. Hey, hang on. Look who in the building. Mr. Joseph Illiedge, creator, writer.
There you go. Yeah.
Shadow Cabinet. Joe.
Yeah, we doing it. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on.
Point, man. That joint was on point, my guy.
You did that. You did that. You did that.
You took us back, bro, and I appreciate it so much. I know, because I know you was messing with Milestone. So, man, thank you, bro, for bringing us that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ass story, man. Woo! I can't say enough, bro.
Yeah,
I can't say enough. Thanks for pulling up, man.
What I would tell you is what I told my brother. Based on him, what he been doing, and based on what you did, we got the icon action figure on the way to the house. We gonna keep this up on our wall. I'm gonna call it the Wall of Fame. We gonna keep this on our wall for the remainder of the year. And as soon as we get that icon action figure, we're gonna post that icon action figure right on the shelf with it. So yeah, you did that. I ain't got no complaints. I don't.
All right. Okay. Well. Now, shoot. Now I can really finish this video. All right.
Ask the question. Did you ask the question? Don't let him go without asking the question.
Oh, if he's still there. Joe, you want to do Friday vibing sometime in the future? You can get at me, man, and just let me know what your schedule is. But we would love to have you on the show and pick your brain about some more projects while we kick back with that vibe out.
Absolutely.
Get at me, let me know. We on the same. Oh,
definitely.
He said definitely. Okay, well, just reach out to me. Let me know what we do it on Fridays, hence the name. Just let me know what Fridays you got open. Anything other than this coming Friday, because we got a guest coming on this Friday. But any time after that, bruh, we got you. Bam! Y'all heard it right here. There will be the Joe Illiedge on Friday vibing in the future. So y'all got to subscribe to now. So y'all pull on up for the pull up, as I always say. Thank you, Rock With Me Nation, for rocking with us. Thank you, brother Illiedge, for coming through and showing the love. I am D Real. That cat over there is Theo B. This has been your weekend edition of the comic book review, and we is at it.